Shalom, shalom. This is Shalamah from the Great Millstone Atlanta Camp. Before I get started in this video, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, safety, much love, and blessings to the elect of Israel. So this is going to be a real quick video based off of the video on the left side of the screen. And one of the brothers posted this video, and it's basically a so-called white man, or he looks like a so-called white man. He could be an Israelite, because it's not about skin color. It's about bloodline, and but Esau makes it a lot about skin color. And a lot of these Israelites that know that they're Israelites, a lot of them base it off of skin color. They say if you're a black man, then you're an Israelite. They don't believe in the 12 tribes. They just think that all black people are from all 12 tribes, but that's incorrect. It's you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also you Israelite foreigners that look like the heathen nations, that look like the so-called white man, that look like the so-called Chinese man, that look like the so-called East Indian man. So, the scriptures say all people are going to be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and also, all people are going to come out of all nations, once Yahweh shall return. But I want to get into this video. Basically, this so-called white man, he's speaking in his church, and he's telling the truth about Negroes being the true Jews. So, but the main thing I wanted to get, just the end of it, where he was basically saying, due to religion, which was created to control, they can't really talk about this because it'll unveil or it'll reveal other things. And what it's going to reveal, by Negroes waking up to who they really are, they're going to find out who the devil is, which means the deceiver. And, the deceiver is the so-called white man. That's why we call him the devil, because he's deceived the whole world. Not only just the Israelites, but he's deceived all nations to make them think that the, God and the Messiah, whose real name is Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, they changed his name to Jesus. They changed all these things to images and everything to make them think that they look like him. So first I want to get this in Jeremiah chapter 16. I'm gonna start at verse 18. It says, "And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land, they have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. O Lord Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge, in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee." Now that word Gentile could mean foreigner, but a lot of times it's talking about someone that's that's outside of Israel, and then it could be talking about a foreigner that's an Israelite that lives in outside of the land of Israel. So that word Gentile can have two different meanings. So in this case, it's talking about the heathens, or basically the other nations. And it says, "Shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things where there is no profit. Shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods?" So, what did what did the so-called white man do? He created the image of Jesus, who is Cesare Borgia or Caesar Borgia, and and basically said that that's the Messiah. When it's the opposite. The Messiah, whose name is Yahweh Shai, is a so-called Negro. And once he returns, you're gonna see that. So I'm gonna play this video and just kind of pay attention to what he says at the end.
Because it's what's in your blood. See, you don't know who you are. And God wants to reveal it to you. But even as I'm telling you no offense. Can I just be friendly? Even as I tell the black culture this, it's like, don't bring it up. And so what I do with my big mouth.
He said, people say, don't bring it up. I'm not sure how old this video is, but hey man, this guy, he's telling the truth, because they're not really allowed to talk about that. But I'm gonna continue to play it and just kind of catch what he says at the end.
I bring it up. Why? Why should you be ashamed of your culture? I don't understand it. It's not in my logic. Well, you have to think about this, because sometimes we have an internal struggle because God's got a repositioning. But every culture God has, and I'm going to teach you, I'm going to share with you, every culture is in the Bible, just like this. But the reason we don't bring it up is because we have been brought up in a democracy/republic in a religion that doesn't want to discuss this because we fear what it will reveal.
So he said we've been brought up in a religion that don't want to discuss this because they fear what it will reveal. And it's going to reveal that the white man who is Esau Edom, according to the scriptures, it's the devil that the Bible speaks of, because he's the one that deceived all the nations. Let me get a couple of more scriptures and I'm going to end it. But that was the main point, that Esau is telling the truth, and he understands why he's not allowed to tell the truth, because it's going to reveal who they are. Romans chapter 9, verse 26 says, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living power. So, hey, that's being done now. You have a few so-called white men and women coming out saying who the real Jews are. Also, they're not really saying who the northern tribes are, but they focus on you so-called Negroes. But a lot of people, they don't get it until the white man says it. I'm speaking about myself also. I didn't really pay attention to this truth until a so-called white man, said that I was an Israelite. I was actually, working with some guys, and they was just throwing little hints, like they kind of knew the truth. And when I finally woke up, I didn't want to be bothered with them. So the guy was like, "Man, what's up with you? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Look, man, I just been doing a little research." He pretty much got it out of me because we used to talk all the time. And I was like, "Well, I just came into the truth that I'm an Israelite. I'm a Jew from the tribe of Judah, And he was like, yeah. He said, that's true. And he said, the reason why you don't know that is because the winners gets to write history. Basically going back to what I just read in Jeremiah. I believe that was 16. And actually, yeah, Jeremiah 16, right at the end when it said, "Our fathers has inherited lies." You know, some of these people actually know the truth. But I'm gonna get one more in Wisdom of Solomon 5. You know, uh, which is gonna go into um, our salvation. You know, when this devil finally sees our salvation, you know, it's gonna mess him up because they've been hating us this whole time, and we actually the people that they claim to be. You know, Amalek. You know, the Jewish, who they claim to be, and also who are the most hated by this particular nationality of people, who is, you know, the so-called white people. We're hated by them. But it says in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for." So, hey, this truth is gonna destroy the so-called white man, because he's gonna understand that he's the wicked, he's the devil, and he's Esau Edom. So, you know, that was pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there. I pray that this was edifying. Uh, you know, once again, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Bashim Rakakudash, double honors to my elders and apostles, the great millstone that taught us his truth, and shalom to the elect.